Hi there, my name is Matt Cole, co-producer of the Sexperts podcast, along with my great friend Brian Garrity. Before we begin, I just want to give you huge thanks to our guest on this episode, Adam Paine. For our longtime listeners, you know that the Sexperts have released an episode every week, or sometimes more than that, for the past almost 3 years. And we went dark last week because we lost a very good friend of the podcast, Adam Paine. And so this will be a one big mega tribute episode to Adam Paine and all of our recordings that we have of him. He was featured in episode 3. He was there with us from the very beginning when we were recording through my cell phone and Brian Garrity's car, up until the episode 49. And then our 100th episode where he was with his group, The Pushers. I also am putting in some of the interviews that we have collected from him because it's really fun to hang out and chat with them. And whether you were a fan of the Sexperts or a good friend of Adam's or you had no idea who he was, we can all remember him well. See you sex time, Adam Paine.
Beep, 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 beep. Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. To do it simply true, we're the Sexperts.
Intro music. And hi, welcome to the Sexperts with your host. I am Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Hider.
And we are coming to you live outside of Bojangles. We have a delightful little podcast for you today. We also have a couple new features to our podcast. Mailbag, we're actually getting mail now. We are blowing up.
Indeed. Our email address is therealsexperts@gmail.com.
I am so proud of you for memorizing that.
Thank you.
He's usually really bad with email and stuff. I had to set that up for him, but
bad with email and bad with names.
We just introduced ourselves. That's a good start. We also have a really exciting guest for you today, and we'll introduce him in just a little bit. We actually go back a long ways, back to grade school. So one of my friends, which usually you joke me for not having friends.
Well, it's hard to make friends when you're busy in certified nurse practitioner school in an Alaskan.
Okay, not only are you bad with names, you're bad with titles. I'm a certified professional
midwife.
Okay, it's very, very disrespectful.
Touchy subject.
Very disrespectful.
My bad.
Go up to a doctor and call them a nurse practitioner. See what they do. Anyways, the topic for the day, for the Sexperts, is Command That Clit. Subtitle, U-Boats and Female Anatomy. How do they get along? We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's just get into our guest. He's waiting here excitedly, chowing down on some Bojangles chicken. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Hello.
Hi, I'm M. Michael Michelson, licensed animal sex therapist.
Wow.
And you might know my work from the Washington, D.C. Zoo. My work there when the pandas wouldn't reproduce, they brought me in, and I got Lum Lum up and ready to go.
I remember that well.
Lum Lum.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, we'll get to our main topic in a little bit, but this is exciting. Why wouldn't they reproduce?
Well, Lum Lum had some long-standing issues going back. He was afraid of the color blue, and they had not assessed that, and they had painted the walls blue in the enclosure.
Not to mention the sky.
Well, sure. But so pretty much he was living in just the overall fear of performance, and
it's awful.
Yeah, it just took a good shoulder rub, and I looked right in his eyes, and I gave him what he needed. And well, what can I say? My words are Viagra to animals.
Wow. Yeah. And that's actually, I'm looking at your business card. That's what it says. That's a great tagline.
That is a great tagline. Speaking of great taglines.
Yeah.
It brings us to our first sponsor of the day.
That's right.
Bojangles.
Bojangles. That's why we're here. Bojangles. Yum, yum, chicken, chicken. Just like Lum Lum.
Sweet tea.
Much like it, yeah. I can attest personally to the sweet tea. I've now had, I'm on my second cup, and it is as glorious as the first.
Well, their tagline is sweet tea for the sweeties.
Oh.
It's very sweet.
Oh.
That's great. And Valentine's Day has come. No, that's past.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, my wife's not going to like that. Yeesh.
Well, speaking of Valentine's Day,
Yes.
I have a tradition with my wife going back to when we first started dating as high school sweethearts, where every year I buy her something exercise related.
Okay.
She's an exercise, though, does she?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I have bought her 5Ks,
Yeah.
half marathons, elliptical trainer machines,
Yeah.
gym memberships. I've even gone so far as tanning salon memberships, which is arguably not exercise, but you do wear fitness-like type clothing. And they've all gone unused.
I don't want to call your wife out, but the only Ks she's interested in are the 14 Ks. You know?
No.
You mean the 401ks?
She's a gold digger. That's what I'm saying, okay? And I know she listens every week to this, but Katie, if you're listening, you're bad.
And Katie, if you're listening, I'm bringing Bojangles home, so no need to cook.
Awesome. If I may,
Yeah, please.
my life partner, Alan, as you know him.
Yeah.
I got him something that was.
You married Alan?
I did. You know what?
knew it.
We've been together for a little over 21 years, and it felt like time was right. So we went up onto a mountain in the Pennsylvania Appalachians, and we just tied the knot. Nobody but us and the shaman.
Any truth to the rumor that a Canada goose actually officiated the wedding?
Oh no, Canada Goose stood as my best man, and we also had a wild-haired raccoon as the maid of honor. But
Nice.
Oh my God.
yeah, but
You're a regular Ace Ventura.
well, that's
Yeah.
what I do. They hear my voice and they come calling.
Well, speaking of come calling, let me bring up our main topic of the day. It is Command That Clit. Subtitle, Take It Like Hans Gruber Took Nakatomi Plaza.
When I saw this pop up on my calendar for today,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. I've been studying this topic for 10, 15 years. And
Yeah.
I'm ready to dig into it. But speaking of digging in,
Yeah.
this chicken.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I don't even want to get to our other sponsors.
I am just continuously surprised at the flavorful season spread that they have on the potato wedges. That's what I can't get over. We always know the chicken's going to be good, but the potato wedges.
It's underrated, isn't
It
it?
is.
And dirty rice doesn't sound good, but it is good.
Ooh, that's the first thing I get is dirty rice.
I know I like things dirty once in a while.
Oh, you and Alan. Man, I knew back in college, when you guys were going to the cinema together and stuff. You guys are so good for each other. Oh,
I got a bit of bad news this week.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, as you know, I'm a paper delivery person by trade.
Yeah.
And as you know, times are kind of tough for the newspaper industry, and
Yep.
people don't really talk about how it's affecting paper boys or...
I know. Every time Trump says fake news, it hits your bottom dollar, bottom line.
It does. Well, the only way I was breaking even, paying my bills, is I was actually delivering newspapers to 25 neighborhoods. And, I just got an email today that I'm losing 25% of my 25 neighborhoods.
wow.
Wow.
So if you're listening, honey, I'm not bringing the 8-piece like you're used to.
Oh, no.
We're going to be splitting a 4-piece.
Oh,
honey.
no.
Now, the gentleman who delivers papers at my house, his name is Daquan, and we have some lovely conversations at 4 in the morning.
Daquan's a great guy.
Oh, you know Daquan. That was my question.
At 4 in the morning?
Well, it's got to be there when you wake up, and it can't be there before you go to bed. So,
There's
Are you
only-
timing this guy?
There's only 4 of us that deliver to the entire city, so we know each other pretty well.
Oh, of
we
course.
we do like corporate retreats and
Yeah.
the like.
Corporate retreats where?
Actually, I don't want to say this too loud, given our sponsor for the day, but we tend to go to Hardee's.
Well, Hardee's is actually another one of our sponsors.
that's good.
Carl's Jr. We're actually kind of out of region for Hardee's, but Carl's Jr. for when you can't get to Bojangles is that tagline.
It's good they know their place.
I'm surprised they would admit that,
yeah.
in their sponsorship. Let's get back to more of, I'm actually very curious about what you do. I mean, we've already talked about Lum Lum.
You do animal husbandry, right?
Yeah, well, no. It's really, at times, humans, we all know, have difficulty performing sexually, and sometimes in a relationship, that spark's just gone out. And we falsely assume a lot of times that never changes for animals. But that's not the case. I would say right now in America, 18 to 19% of all dogs are in a sexually repressed state.
Whoa!
Well, I don't mind that for guy dogs because their penises are weird. Repress away, fellas.
You say that about all animals' penises, though. Which animal penis do you like?
I like a Barnum Bailey elephant dick.
Whoa! Can we put that on a bumper sticker, please?
Actually,
Listen to the Sexperts. I like a Barnum Bailey elephant dick.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid.
Actually, that is Barnum and Bailey's tagline. Come on out.
Come on out.
There's elephant dick.
So now let me ask you, or maybe I'm breaking this news for you. Did you know they're getting rid of the elephants in the Barnum and Bailey circus?
I know. So This will be the last year you can buy one of those glow-up elephant dicks that you swing around and the light spins.
Yeah.
And you know what? At least my kids got to enjoy the elephant dicks, but it breaks my heart for my grandkids. They'll be like, Grandpa, why are you crying? We're at the circus. And I'm going to say, well, grandkids, because I think about how good this used to be back when you could actually see an elephant take a piss or a shit.
God, it's all that Cirque du Soleil stuff. I can't. Ugh.
Speaking of dicks that I don't like.
Oh.
The curved Cirque du Soleil man dick. Gross.
Well, speaking of curved man dick, our topic of the day, which we'll get to in just a little bit, I have a few more questions here, is Command the Clit. Hogtie. That's the subtitle. But actually, I'm so curious. Actually, we're talking about the circus. Have you worked with the circus? Was that one of your clients?
I have in the past, just because of agreements. I can't state which circus, but it is a major one.
Maybe you could have saved the elephants.
Oh, don't put that on him.
No, if they brought him in.
They are still reproducing. They'll just be reproducing in the wild.
Where no one can enjoy them.
The sex that the elephants have is voracious and pleasing to both the male and the female. In the circus, they are uninhibited.
More than I can
beasts.
say about the sex I'm having.
Well, I don't think you want your wife to hear this one, actually.
Yeah, honey, if you're listening, stop listening. Just, get the house ready. I'll be home with the chicken soon.
This is such an interesting topic. I'm really glad you're here and bringing us actually a different perspective. We actually had our previous guest, our first black guest, our first female guest. Now we have our first animal expert, which
Yes.
I like dogs, but that's about it.
Oh, a lot of people feel that way. Just they're not really exposed to many animals. But I have to tell you, I have not met one man or woman in this world that hasn't just had a lemur cat crawl up in their lap and they haven't fallen in love instantly.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of judgment about what animals are and aren't. But at their core, they're all two things. Just loving creatures and sexual beasts.
So you got a lemur and a cat to fuck each other?
Well, I don't get anybody to have sex with anyone, or any animal for that matter. All I do is give them the courage and the ability to have sex with who they want to. And a cat and a lemur wanted to have sex, and I made that happen for them.
Good God.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you all right?
No.
Are you coming down with something? I think you're coming down with something. I can see it. I can see it in your eyes.
Too many cold mornings delivering papers.
You need more. Yeah, you need more sleep.
Well, I signed up for a lack of sleep when I became a professional paper deliverer.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
I wish there were some podcasters called the Sleep Perts.
Yeah. A lot of people are worried, just because, how do you know the circus is coming to town with the drop in paper circulation? I know that's something that's out there.
Wait, explain this phenomena?
Well, how do you know the circus is coming to town? It's not like they run an ad on the NBA Finals.
It's true.
So if you want to know that the circus is coming to town, you see it in the morning paper. And with 25% of your 25 neighborhoods not reading that paper anymore, how do they know that the circus will be there?
Really, the only way you're going to know nowadays is by seeing them walk down the street on their way home from the train. But we were mentioning sleep earlier, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to bring up our second sponsor of the night, which is the Original Mattress Factory.
Yes.
They're located on 21st Street in beautiful Norfolk, Virginia. Come to the Original Mattress Factory. You can see the mattresses getting made in the back because we're a factory.
They have it's really, I passed down 21st today. They have kind of an outdoor cafe sort of now, where they just have like their mattresses out in the open where you can try them, and it's actually not working out very well for them. They have a lot of the homeless population kind of stopping by.
Certainly, and who can forget their wonderfully just extreme right-wing commercials where they quote the Bible as they do in all mattress factories.
So they let me bring home one of their waterproof mattress covers to put it through the ringer, as I like to say.
As they say, yeah.
And honestly, my wife and I, are you still listening, honey? We did all kinds of stuff to try to break through that water barrier.
Whoa!
And damn it if it didn't hold up.
Wow.
So, Original Mattress Factory. Waterproof means waterproof.
All right. I have heard you are quite the wet lover.
Indeed. That's my Twitter handle. Quite the wet lover.
And your Gmail account.
At quite the wet. At quite the wet. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You need such more sleep, man.
Wow, you were really taking this elephant news hard.
Yeah, I wish it was the elephant news and not my 25% drop in business. It's probably a combo. But hey. Let's bring it back to our topic for the day.
Yeah.
Command the Clit. All kinds of stuff we can dig into there.
Yeah. Oh my God. But actually I'm sorry to get this a little out of order. We have one of our first emails that we've gotten.
Oh, awesome.
Which is crazy. We actually have an email from somebody in Baltimore, Maryland, called Jack Nilpert. Jack Nilpert actually has a question about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, Jack Nilpert writes, "Dear the Sexperts, I'm curious how you guys feel about Arnold Schwarzenegger leaving The Apprentice." I've actually never seen it.
That's not... I'm more of a sex...
We usually, and thank you so much, Jack Nilpert, for the question. We usually like to talk about sex, though. So if you could please give us a question. I saw Predator. Did that help you at all in your line of work, the movie Predator?
There's a lot of misnomers in the movie Predator. It actually set us back a couple years just because of all the misnomers that were out there and misunderstandings of animal husbandry and just the general sex of an animal nature. Obviously the movie's made with an erotic undertone, between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator, but...
I was going to see, Arnold and Carl Weathers.
Well,
a three-way.
Well, if he hadn't died, I think certainly, that would have made sense. We all know that the Predators are more of a homogenous group that, enjoys large sexual play between heightened numbers.
I think from now on, every time I hear the Nine Inch Nails song, "Fuck You Like an Animal," I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to see a picture of you running slow motion, shirtless down a beach.
Eating Bojangles.
Eating Bojangles, holding one of your business cards on the other hand.
Why wouldn't I? That sounds... Thank you. If I may say, I am honored. I am a one-man man, so Alan is my life choice. But to know that might be in your thought process is a welcome.
And I hear that song
thing.
often.
But God, you used to be not a one-man man in college.
Hey,
one-man band.
You're one man. You're filled up by the band with any hole necessary.
True.
A one-man saxophone.
That was what was on my business card in college, the one-man saxophone. All fingers can press holes. But it's one of those things we all go through times of self-exploration. I loved having sex with all of those men, but always came back to my first true love, and that is the sex of animals.
Well, yeah.
And there wasn't a moment I wasn't thinking about it. Even when I was there that night with the whole woodwind section, I found myself rolling over on top of the clarinetist and scribbling a quick note about how I could counsel a giraffe who was going through sexual repression.
That's a wonderful story. And I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But we really need to get to our main topic tonight.
Oh,
which is,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Commanding the clit.
Yeah.
And honestly, every time we've said that tonight, it's made me think of one thing.
What's that?
When I was in high school, I used to get calls from Army recruiters.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And I would just laugh.
That's rude.
Like, obviously you can't see me. Obviously, you don't know anything about me. Sure. Or you would not be wasting your time calling Delilah Haydair.
Yeah.
He of his 6-foot mullet and strong Marble Light addiction. And offering him a place in this country's army. Sure. I'm not cut out, sir.
No. And you had
you
the gout back then anyways, right?
I had so much gout.
Like uric acid.
I had so much gout. I had Jerry Lewis calling me on Memorial Day, wishing me well.
Not enough gets said about Jerry Lewis. That man has done so much good.
God,
He did so much for gout.
Yeah, a lot
So
of
much
bad,
for gout.
but also so much good.
He used to sing gout.
Let it all out.
Gout is a thing we can do without.
Gout out. That was the slogan. Gout out.
It worked.
Get the gout out.
I'm living proof.
All right, well, it's time for our newest segment, which we'll get to our Command the Clit in just a little bit, but our newest segment is called Kelsey Grammer or Not. So these are going to be quotations that are said by Kelsey Grammer or not said by Kelsey Grammer. Okay?
This is very popular.
All right, so, and you are the guest of the day, so you get to answer. Okay, and I'll start with the first one. Here we go. Rub me down with that corn, baby. Rub me down with that corn. Was that Kelsey Grammer or not?
I will go with not. I believe that was, in fact, Warren Harding, our 17th president.
Well, we know it's not Kelsey Grammer, but I actually didn't know it was Warren Harding, so you get bonus points for that. Ding, ding, ding. Good job.
I got one.
Yeah, go for it.
If I could sing a song about my oatmeal this morning, it would be Brick House. If I could sing a song about my oatmeal this morning, it would be Brick House.
Is that Kelsey Grammer or not?
I will go with Kelsey Grammer.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, good job. All right.
Right off of his Twitter feed.
All right, here we go. And this is going to be for the final one. Here we go. Or maybe next to the final one. We'll see what you do with this one. Here we go. Hello, my name is Fraser. Is that Kelsey Grammer or not?
Okay, this on its face feels like it might be an obvious choice, but I happen to know, just because of my love of all things masculine, that is actually Walt Frazier, famous New York Knick.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. We don't have the sound, but we have, you are a winner. You just ruined that segment for us. I don't think we're ever going to do that again.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. I mean, usually people go 0-3,
you
but
fucked that segment like an animal.
Oh, I know what's in your mind right now. If I may say, I actually got the privilege back in '96 to work with Kelsey Grammer.
Oh.
He had a house cat, a calico.
Yeah.
And it was very sexually aggressive.
Oh.
With all of his guests, and I was able to go in and talk it down. A lot of people don't know what to do when your house cat is a rapist.
And that is why we appreciate you so much, and we appreciate your time.
And your diverse perspective.
We need you on again, I think, because we go back a long ways. And unfortunately, it looks like we are all out of time, so we're going to have to miss that main topic of Command the Clit.
We will we'll post some thoughts on our Facebook page.
Yeah, some pictures. Sure, I did a Google search of the clitoris today. So, that's all.
Alan.
Yeah, love you, wife. Mildred.
Honey, you're 10 minutes from chicken.
Okay, so as always, I am your Sexpert, Dr. John T. Alanese.
And I'm Delilah Haydair. Don't cancel your paper subscription.
And don't forget, Elephant Dicks. All right, hi there, my name is Matt Cole.
And I'm Brian Garrity.
And we are the producers of the Sexperts podcast. And we have here a very talented young man, Adam Paine.
I think young is that's the kindest thing anyone said to me in a long time. Yeah.
Anytime you're sitting in a room with me, you're a young man.
Well, welcome back, Adam.
Thank you. It's great to be back. Yeah.
We were just talking.
What do you think? What do you think of what we've done with the place?
I know, right?
It's lovely. It's such a regal tiger there. Yeah.
We were just talking about the last time Adam was on the show. It was like the second or third episode, and we were still using my cell phone technology, which was not ideal.
Yeah, we were talking about it's like you talk about losing your virginity. I was in the backseat of a car. Brian Garrity was watching, so it's pretty much exactly the same.
So a lot has happened since that was probably back in like March or something like that.
Yeah, it's before we blew up.
Yeah, we've just gotten huge. We got our own Patreon. We got our own credit cards with our names on
We
it.
sponsored comedy festivals.
But tell us about what you have been up to, Adam.
Last night I watched a movie on Netflix.
Whoa.
Which movie? Oh, let's talk about this for an hour.
It was The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There were more than 8 people in it. I was confused most of the time.
Some of them weren't hateful.
Yeah, I took the night off from the theater, and so I had the time, and I thought I had enough, but I didn't because the movie is like 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
and like I got into it late.
Did you watch it in I watched it in 2 parts because it was so fucking long. I had to stop it and be like, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, it was like 2:07 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? Like as much as I want to know what happened, I can't care enough at this point. Yeah.
I need them to break it up into an 8-part series if I'm going to watch it.
It felt like it was like an HBO TV show that they're just run them all together. It's like Game of Thrones season 1. That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Have you seen it, Brian?
No.
Hateful Eight? You should watch it. Do you like Tarantino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, that was a good one.
Oh God, Brian, get up to speed.
I'm a huge fan of the Kill Bill movies.
Yeah.
Not everybody is, but like Brad and I, we're both big fans of Kill Bill, and like we'll watch like clips of it late at night. We'll either listen to that or like Sinead O'Connor's Nothing Compares to You. Like our evenings always end one of 2 ways, like very romantically but broishly, or we're gonna watch people kill each other. Yeah.
That sounds like kind of relationship I want to be in.
Oh, yeah, me and Cole, we just cuddle.
Just cuddle.
Cuddle in the quiet.
All right. Well, I do want to talk about. We actually have a show tonight, Adam. I don't know if you know, but we're in a fairly new group. Well, how long? When did we start this shit?
I don't know. Monocle's been going for. We did Improvageddon and
the one I wasn't in.
No, you did. We won 2. You were in one of them, right?
Yeah, I was in one of them.
Yeah, and then
the better one.
and then we've done a couple shows. We've done 2 shows. This will be our third, and I wasn't at the first one, and
all right,
and everybody told me it was the best show Monocle's ever done. So no pressure, but I really feel like if I wanted to do the right thing, I'd step away.
No,
I really like the group. I'm really having a blast with it, and I also like that we're doing something a little different with the mono scene. I don't know. It's one of those things. We're on the nomination form for Group of the Year, and
the pushies.
And I've been just signing up email accounts so I can vote for us.
For those of you worldwide listeners who don't know, Adam's referring to the Pushy Awards, which is the Push Comedy Theater has some awards every year. This is the 2nd annual.
Yes, to all our listeners in Zaire. Yeah.
So if you would like to win a Pushy, come on down to Norfolk, Virginia, and
commit 7 years of your life.
you gotta pay your dues, people. So the Monocle show is actually tonight. Best of luck to us. People listening to this will probably already have known that we rocked it.
Maybe we can get this out in time.
Or this is how the group ended. And they're like, why are they still talking about this?
That was a shit show. So the mono scene, what else are you involved in that you're excited about?
Well, I mean, coming up, we got Ghost Stories tonight in Monocle, which is going to be fun. And this serves as absolutely no benefit whatsoever because this will come out after they've already happened.
Not necessarily. We
but-
could maybe get this one out.
Yeah, but Ghost Stories, it happens every month, right? And you're in it pretty much every month.
Yeah, Ghost Stories happens every month, and
Was it the first Friday first Saturday at 8 p.m. every month? There you go.
That's a cool form, and I'm just excited about end of the year. You know, it gets to be that real fun time where we're ramping up. So you know, everyone's getting ready for the holidays, but also the Pushy Awards, and then right out of the Pushy Studios in Zaire, that's our award show. And right out of that, we go right into panties, which is
go right into the panties. Which for people in Zaire, we mean go right into panties.
For those of you who don't know, comedy is a very sexy business.
It's hard not to just jump into panties.
So Panties and Twists is the all-female show that is going to be at the Addicts Theater.
Yeah, the Addicts this year, and we're very excited. What a gorgeous place that is to have panties in. The Addicts Theater is beautiful. I think it's one of those places here that a lot of people maybe haven't been to or don't know about, but it's gorgeous and the best acoustics.
Yeah.
So you know, we'll be able to hear everybody and it should be a good time. And I feel like at this point I'm just making up words.
If it's good enough for John Mulaney, it's good enough.
Did he go to Addicts? When he
yeah,
came
he did, and
so did Two Live Crew.
Two Live Crew. And my best friend's girlfriend, my girlfriend's friend. What's that guy?
What? Zoe Deschanel?
No, the guy who does one man shows. They're Mike
Birbiglia. Yeah,
he was there too.
My best friend's girlfriend.
Wait, what is going on here?
I would love to know the brain tangent that brought those two together.
He did a show called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend.
Oh,
at the
my
Addicts
girlfriend's
Theater.
boyfriend. Yeah, that would be himself, probably, right?
She had actually.
Yeah, but you can't title a show "Me." Brad came this close. Like he ended up going with Good Talk, but like Brad McMurrin, me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show again. We're always happy to have you. I think you'll find that we have drastically changed our technique, and we've got a lot of momentum behind us.
We're about to blow your fucking mind.
I gotta be honest. Like I'm halfway there already. So like anything else is just gonna not take it over the top.
All right. So check out Adam Paine in Ghost Stories every month, and Monocle maybe every month. Hopefully, that'd be fun to have a monthly show.
Yeah, we're.
Do we have one for January?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. January.
So like it's month. If you guys don't show up, it will not happen. So I beg of you, just
go back in time.
Yes,
and go to the show.
And dress up. We're trying to get we dress up fancy, so you dress up fancy, and we're gonna have.
Although I have to say real quick, James Roach has progressively gotten more casual every show. Last show his shirt had buttons. That's the only thing that made him dressy whatsoever. He had on like cargo shorts and flip flops and a button up shirt.
And they weren't functional buttons. They were just like buttons sewed on the front.
It's like a Keys like sweater vest. It's just it's a collar sewn into a sweater vest.
Oh God! All right. Well, that is it. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Brian, for being there.
Thank you, Matt Cole.
Bye-bye. Intro music, and hi there. Welcome to the Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, asparagus farmer.
That caught me off guard. Okay. And welcome. We are live. Right now, we are saddling up. We're on a ranch. I guess you call this a dude ranch?
When we're here, you do.
Yeah. But this dude ranch is in Poquoson, Virginia. And they're very small horses, though. I think they're called miniature horses.
Minpones.
And we're here to talk to you about sex, because we are the Sexperts. Give them a little background, Delilah. What we talk about?
We talk about intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about physicality.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the spirituality, potentials for abuse.
Death.
Just
strangulation.
Practicing gratitude through sex. We're multifaceted Sexperts with probably 415 years of combined,
yeah,
sexpertise.
Not just on your side.
No, just
you
I'm talking
bitch.
My whole family tree.
Oh wait, you're including your family tree?
Yeah.
Then that's more like 600 for me, because my family tree's got a lot.
I had to pay extra on Ancestry.com to get all the sex
The tears,
yeah.
And we every week. I mean, I say this every week. We have a topic of the week every week. What am I trying to say here?
We're about to announce the topic of this week's topic of the week.
Spacedocking. There you go. I said it. Spacedocking, it can be a wonderful thing. Some people, it's kind of a millennial thing. Spacedocking. You may not know what it is if you're over the age of 25 or so.
And I don't want to jump too far into it right now, but one of the best ways to simulate the feeling of space docking is definitely to ride a mini pony.
Right, yeah, because it just kind of comes out the back. All right, so I don't want to talk too much because we actually have a very special guest who's riding up on one of those min ponies right now. Hi there, sir. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. Why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners out there?
I'm Hector Mowbray, pet groomer to the stars.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Hector Mowbray. Now, are you actually grooming something here?
Yes, I am. These men pones, I don't know if you know that. That's what you call them in Tripodi.
Oh, there you go. You got it right, Delilah.
These actually belong to the granddaughter of Marilyn Monroe. So I'm here just to groom their manes and give them a little blonde curl, if you know what I mean.
Is that literal?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's why I said if you know what I mean. It just is it's a straightforward thing.
You know, when I think celebrities, I mean, not to degrade anything of what you're doing, because I actually love the curls around here, but when you say celebrity, you know, to the stars, I don't think the granddaughter of Marilyn Monroe. I mean, I think like Lady Gaga or.
Well, you know, everybody sees celebrity a different way. I don't like to brag, but just about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Please brag though.
I don't know. You probably know Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Yeah. His cousin has a Shih Tzu, and I put bows on it.
I mean, I gotta say, I'm a little underwhelmed, but I mean, again, I don't want to degrade what you do. Do you have pictures? Can you show?
I do have pictures, but as you know, the only way to get a picture is to take it, go and get it developed, and keep it in an album. And I don't have an album with me when I work.
That is the trouble with pictures.
You don't do digital at all.
No. I'm a man who works with my hands, and I also honor the American craftsman. So, you know, every time you take a digital photograph, a photo guy loses his job at a Walgreens. So,
holy shit! Well, what kind of connection do you have to the people at Walgreens, the little man, the worker of the world?
Well, that's I go there often to pick up the pictures of my work, and every time I'm there, I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Lisa?" It's a woman. I said every man, but it's actually a woman. Her name's Lisa.
Yeah.
She works at the Walgreens.
Oh wow!
At Ward's Corner, and when I go in, she's like, "Hey, what's your last name?" And I'm like, "Mowbray. I'm here every week to pick up my pictures." She goes, "Okay, they're here," and you know, so it's a connection.
It's a little bit of anticipation that makes it that payoff probably feel great.
Wow!
Right, and every time I leave, I say, "I'll see you next week," and she's like, "Okay."
But she has no idea. Have you ever told her? Have you ever told her that you do not do digital just so you're saving her job? Have you told her this?
No, because a hero doesn't ask for thanks.
Have you name dropped all your celebrity friends to her?
No, that's one of those things where, you know, I'm very trusted in the celebrity community. You probably know this already. It's everybody knows it, but like you never brag about it, and that is Steve Martin's great aunt has two calico cats.
How old is she? Steve Martin's up there.
Yeah, Steve Martin is every bit of 65, and his great aunt is 92, and well, she's the younger sister of his mother. So, and these calico cats were having trouble grooming themselves because they're so old in age. So I came over and I licked each of them clean
With your own tongue?
Yeah, but here's the thing. They only knew that because you know, inside the celebrity circle, they know I can be trusted. I'm only talking about it now because, you know, it's in retrospect and she's since died.
Oh, rest in peace. The cats or the great aunt?
All three. It was a tragic accident.
Oh, it wasn't of old age. It was like a train accident or what?
Wow.
You're obsessed with
so you
trains
know
there.
about this.
I read up on the D-list celebrity news every morning. Steve Martin's great aunt died. Train accident. She fell in between the station and the
2016, if I recall, was an awful year for D-list celebrity relatives.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here. Don't I know it? My business took a huge hit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it did. And here's the thing with celebrities, families, they often are hesitant to take in other celebrities' animals.
Well, speaking of taking in celebrities' animals, I do want to talk about spacedocking. People aren't very familiar with this technique. You do need two people. You don't need to be in space.
I mentioned I'm an asparagus farmer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And asparagus farming has gone completely high tech lately.
Right.
And you can't do it without a laptop.
Oh.
You just can't. But
wait, what do you use a laptop for when you're farming asparagus?
Tracking all the data. You got water data.
Number crunching.
You got water data, growth data, picking data, crunching data. But anyways, so I have like fields all over the country where I'm growing.
If I can, just real quick, and I want to hear this story, but this is exactly what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
There used to be a water data guy, and he's out of work now because these laptops have come in and taken his job because like, who needs a water data guy? All you need
when
is
you have
a laptop.
Yeah.
God. Well, one of the problems of going to multiple locations with your laptop is you have to set it all up with the mouse and everything like that.
Wait, do you?
But not if you have a docking station. So I have a docking station in every field.
I want that 5 minutes of my life back, Delilah.
And I just, I don't know. Sorry, when you talked about that.
No, it makes sense. But I want to hear more from you, Mr. Mowbray. Is it Mr. Mowbray or Dr. Mowbray? Or do you have initials behind your name?
I have an honorary doctorate.
Yeah, nice.
I gave it to myself.
Tell us about your wife. I hear she has quite the celebrity connection.
Oh,
she does. Once again, this all feels like bragging, but I did agree
please.
to
You're in a
come on the
safe
show.
place. You're in a safe place.
Okay. So my wife Eunice, a lot of you know Senator John McCain.
yeah. Not personally.
Oh, not personally, of course, but we all know who he is.
The Maverick.
Yeah.
He's a
So as you probably know, John McCain has two dogs.
Yeah.
Lucky and Strike, not named after the cigarettes, just complete coincidence. And,
Both rescue dogs already named.
Yeah, both already named when you brought them into the home. Well, the lady who did the adoption of Strike, for John McCain, she and my wife are on the same badminton team.
Well, no fucking way.
You must have paparazzi outside your house all the time.
I was going to say, I actually have a celebrity connection myself. Speaking of John McCain, my mother, she actually has a distant cousin, actually from Vietnam. And that cousin actually captured John McCain in the war and imprisoned her. Sorry. So, I mean, not to brag or anything.
Well, you guys all should go out to dinner.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Old Country Buffet.
I think that this is something I could bring up just because of my tight family connection. I'll talk to my wife. She'll talk to the woman. Her name's Lucy, who adopted, who
Strike, Lucky,
fostered the adoption for Strike.
Yeah.
And she could talk
Fostered
to John.
the adoption?
Yeah.
That's a band. Fostered the adoption. I love them.
Jodie Foster, the adoption army.
What were we talking about?
We're gonna get John McCain together with his captor and have a nice dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure he would love that. God, he's such a maverick.
We'll make T-shirts. Forgive and forget.
In that, what is that font that everybody hates? Not Helvetica. Everybody loves
Wingdings.
Wingdings.
That's a restaurant. Let's all go to Wingdings.
So speaking of Wingdings, I do want to get to our topic of the day, which is spacedocking. And in order to space dock, you actually don't have to be on
why did they ever send John McCain to space? If you're going to be a real maverick,
actually, yeah, he probably was in the NASA program at some point.
He could be probably like America's first captured astronaut.
Don't plant a U.S. flag in the moon.
Oh my
plant
God.
John McCain's limp dick.
Oh God.
That's one limp dick for mankind.
I just came up with a great idea for a movie. It's like it doesn't have to be John McCain. It doesn't have to be like autobiographical, or maybe it could be like fiction, historical fiction. All right, so John McCain or somebody like John McCain gets captured in Vietnam. To return home, he goes out in space only to get captured by
a rescue dog.
No, aliens. And then he's also a POW in space.
Oh, aliens.
Yeah. So it's ironic. It's ironical.
It is.
We need a title, and we need it now.
How about Space Camp?
How about Space Internment Camp?
That's what I meant. God, that's better. Space Internment Camp. Wow, we are having a laugh at the expense of POWs.
The reviews are already in. I prefer movies about guys who don't get captured.
Oh no! By aliens. ... Okay, so, I mean, I feel bad because we're talking about space stuff, but I do want to get to your expertise. Can you actually walk us through what you would do for like this little min pin right here? This min pin looks a little worse for wear. Talk us through what you see when you walk up to this min pin.
It's a min pone.
Min pone. Oh,
yeah. I didn't want to correct you, but thank you.
What was I saying?
Pin, like miniature pincher.
What's the difference?
This is a pony, a miniature pony. Min pone.
What's a min pin?
A miniature Doberman pincher.
I don't know. Is that a horse? What is that?
It's a dog.
You work with dogs? All right, go through. So walk us through.
I work with all animals.
You should take this guy to a zoo. He about falls over.
So walk us through. You get this min pone here. What do you see? What do you do?
Well, this min pone, I've had the pleasure of grooming him for about 2 years now, but
was the last time 2 years? He looks a little worse for wear.
No, that's, this min pone's he's kind of he's on the edge. He's a hipster. Yeah. So he likes to keep a little shag. Okay. That's what he likes. His name's Tony. Tony the pony.
Only eats organic butter.
Yeah, and
smells like it.
Trust me, he hates that his name rhymes as well. So the first time I met Tony, though, I'll talk about that because that's when we're developing a plan of attack for his look.
Yeah, you can't just walk in and start working.
No,
you need a strategy.
And this is the problem with most pet groomers, and this is why I found a connection to the stars because. A lot of people will just say, this is what a Shih Tzu is supposed to look like. And or a poodle. And it's like, these animals know what they want and they know who they are and they all have a personality. So when I first came in, the first thing I did was I touched foreheads with Tony and we held that for every bit of 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And just so that we could start to feel each other's energy. And what I did was I slowed my heartbeat to his rate. So we're feeling the same things at the same speed.
Do you do that with ketamine or just naturally, or how do you slow your heart rate?
You listen.
And ketamine, yeah. You're dead right on that. So once that happened, then we kind of went on a spiritual journey. Nice. And certainly I'm not above knowing that what I do is physical.
Yeah.
And knowing that, certainly, and there's nothing more important than Tony's personality, but I want his look to represent his personality.
Yeah.
So that it's been a long time, working on this. We've been growing him out, for a while and making subtle adjustments here and there. When I first came here, he had a horrible, what looked to be nearly a mohawk.
Oh, a faux hawk, probably.
Yeah. And now after 2 years, we're almost there.
Talk about his bush. I noticed that's a unique feature.
And I don't think that was an accidental bush.
Purposeful bush.
Yeah. It's very rare to see, curly hair in ponies. So that's 100% perm job. But nobody's going to lie about that. Like, even if you ask Tony himself, he'd say, yeah, it's a perm. But what we're trying to do is bring your eyes to a certain area and just
for the ladies, the lady ponies, the laid min pone, min laid pone, min pone ladies.
Nailed it. Hey, ladies. Hey, min pone ladies.
And while we're talking about this, you can check out Tony the Pony's new album, Purposeful Bush, coming out in stores at all Virgin Records on May 5th. May 5th, Tony the Pony.
And please,
Purposeful Bush.
if I can, and I hate to be this guy again, but please buy the CD. Do not download it on iTunes.
Because you made it with your hands.
Right. Someone made that CD. Do you know how many CD workers have used them to just break them in half and cut their own wrist because they're losing their jobs? Yeah.
I did not know. I saw the people in China jumping off the buildings at the iPod factories.
Yes.
Because they were so depressed. I haven't seen anybody slit their wrists with CDs. That's awful.
Wow.
What's the
It's
worst?
true.
What's the worst suicide you've encountered, Delilah?
Well, I've had many an asparagus worker take themselves out on the fields
Oh, how did they do it?
with the asparagus, believe it or not.
I do not believe that. How do they do that?
I believe it. I just want to know how.
Well, the easiest way is take.
I want to hear the hard way too, but you start with the easiest way.
I got a forthcoming book, 1,000 Ways to Kill Yourself with Asparagus. Obviously you can take a whole bunch of asparagus and put it in your throat.
Is that what it's called, a bunch, when you put them together?
When you put them in a rubber band, they become a bunch. Smart ass. Anyways, I hate when they do that because that wastes an entire bunch and I
And a
lose
rubber band.
And I lose a worker. Much prefer if they take themselves out with a single stalk.
Ooh, that's got to be a gruesome technique.
It's gruesome, it's slow, it's painful, but it really does waste a lot less asparagus.
Yeah. How do they do it? What was it?
Again, they put it down their throat.
So there's really not a lot of other ways to do it.
No, there is. You can cook it and then put it down your throat.
And
there's lots of different ways to flavor it before you put it down your throat.
So you die with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like maybe like they wrapped the asparagus around the trigger of a gun and just fucking shoot themselves.
Well, if you're listening, staff,
don't get any ideas. No, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to put a metal detector at the entrance to my asparagus ranch.
Speaking of metal detector, I do want to talk about our topic of the day, which is Spacedocking. Just like 2001, A Space Odyssey, Spacedocking is a technique, two consensual adults.
I just want to sit. Let's ride these minpones.
Yeah.
Down to that pond.
Okay.
There's a little dock down there.
Yeah.
And we can just sit, watch the sunset, and finish this interview.
I would love that. Would you like that?
That would be lovely.
Do you have anything else on the docket today? Like any other celebrity things?
No work to be done, just a quote to be made. A lot of you probably know this, but Lin-Manuel Miranda, the writer director of Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has he's in the Big Brother Little Brother program, and
which one is he?
He's the big brother,
nice.
and his little brother, his name's Lamar, and he's at the Bronx Y.
Yeah.
And his cousin has a Doberman pinscher, a min pin. Actually, to bring it full circle, yeah, it's a min pin, and it's decided it wants to identify as a woman.
So you're getting a quote on that, like how to transition it?
Yes.
I don't mean to correct you. This is your area of expertise, but you don't decide.
Oh,
you want to transition to being a woman. You realize that's who you truly are.
Wait, but it may be different with animals, right? We're talking about animal psychology here. I think you're out of your element.
Animals are very funny people.
I didn't pipe up and say anything when you were talking about the myriad of ways to kill yourself with asparagus. Because I thought certainly there has to be more ways than sticking it down your throat, but
nope, that's it.
No.
Wow,
I've watched people try. They've maimed themselves. They've wasted lots of asparagus, but they always live to see another day.
I watched a man try to kill himself with asparagus for 6 hours once.
Did you not try to stop it?
He just ended up bruised and sad. He
bruised.
You can't do anything. He does have to go down your throat. He knows his business. Yeah.
That sounds like a very guru thing. Like, can you bruise yourself with asparagus, my child? That's very deep.
Speaking of very deep.
Very deep. Oh, Spacedocking. Oh, wait, hold on. This is really weird. We have to go. I'm so sorry. I actually have an appointment. I have to get my. This
has never happened to us
this
before.
Has never happened
to the show.
I actually.
Have to go.
I actually have to take my dog actually to the groomer. So
this is really.
Well, I mean,
is it?
Well,
Well, this is getting awkward. I had the appointment booked months in advance. I didn't know. I feel like I don't have to explain myself.
Well, it's okay. Normally, I only deal with celebrities, so
I have to go take a shower.
He co-hosts the podcast with Delilah Hayder.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Any last minute words? Anything you'd like to plug? Anything for our listeners out there?
Just if you're a celebrity, tell your family members that if they know anyone who has pets, Hector Mowbray.
Wow. Nicely said. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I am Delilah Hayder. And if you're going to take yourself out, leave some asparagus for those of us still forced to clean up your shit.
See you sex time.
Bye.
Hi there. My name is Matt Cole.
And I'm Brian Garrity.
And we are the producers of the Sexperts podcast. And we have living legends right here with us. Living celestial beings on Earth. Welcome,
the OGs.
The pushers. Yay!
Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
Why don't you go around and introduce yourselves?
I'm Adam Paine.
I'm Brad McMurrin.
I'm Sean Devereaux.
Ed Carden.
And I'm Alba Ward. I'm in Chicago. Oh, well.
That was a good album.
Yeah, she's in Chicago with her mom.
Yes.
Well, bullshit. Well, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Hey, we started off by talking to Alba. Yeah.
I always talk shit about her. All right, good. So thank you guys so much for being on the 100th episode. And we've got you all in the same room. I'm really excited right now. I think I'm going to pee my pants. But why don't you guys talk about some new and exciting upcoming stuff at the Push Comedy Theater?
Well, I think, first of all, congratulations on 100.
Thank you.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah,
That's big time. 100.
Anyone can start.
So exciting things that are happening.
Oh, yeah, Ed, take the lead.
So we've got a lot of the same things happening again. Panties in a Twist. We're production is gearing up on that.
That's
for,
awesome.
Next year, and
Are auditions out already, or?
I think that's coming soon.
Oh boy!
I like how we led with the most dialed in of all the pushers to give the announcement of what's coming up in the theater.
It's like, well, there is a thing happening next year sometime. Yeah, we're not sure when.
Oh, Adam's got it.
Oh, we have a new beer in the Wiener Hole. It is Mariner Bold. It's a brown
Bold
ale.
Mariner.
And it's
Mariner Bold.
I like Mariner Bold better.
It's Bold Jack
Yeah,
because it's a
whatever.
pumpkin beer.
But I mean, it's got something to do with a sailor, doesn't it?
You know, it took me 2 weeks to figure out what the fuck Jack meant.
Wait,
I
what?
thought it was just a guy's name.
No, Jack-o'-lantern. It's a
Yeah.
pumpkin beer.
Oh, I see. So it's seasonal.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of beer.
I like
Seasonal.
the, yeah. I like
So
the
far
pumpkin.
we don't know when Penny's auditions are.
Nope.
We got a new beer in the Wiener Hole. Great, cool. All right.
We're going to Arizona.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, going to Arizona.
For what?
What are we? Oh, the unusual
We're doing a donkey
suspects.
ride in the Grand Canyon. It's going to be awesome.
We are going to the Grand Canyon.
4 guys, 1 donkey.
And Alba.
And Jim and Barry. Don't forget. Yeah.
Technically, I have a teaching job, so I have to stay home.
Oh.
There he is. He's dialed in.
And if it makes sure, I don't really want to go.
Yeah, what? We're going to the Grand Canyon. It's going to be so much fun. You like big holes.
I would love to go.
I do like your mom.
Oh.
Hey, careful. She's a big fan.
That's right. Yeah, Dorothy Mantooth is a stink. Yeah. I don't feel good.
We have
That's a saint with a big taint. Yeah, that's a saint.
we also have the day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We're doing a show at the Lemon Tree Art Gallery
Oh, that's
in
awesome.
Cape Charles, Virginia, on the Eastern Shore.
Yes.
So, all you Cape Charles listeners out there, mark your calendars.
Yeah, we don't know who's going.
Actually, anyone on the Eastern Shore, A, write in and let us know you listen.
You know,
B, mark your calendars.
we've
Also,
done.
yeah, definitely write in. Find a stamp. Address an envelope. and send
Preferably
it
a
in.
forever stamp.
You know, we've done a couple events in Cape Charles, and
Yeah.
it's actually a lovely place.
It is.
Yeah, I've been there. I went there. I went there on July 4th.
Did you? Yeah, they're doing like horse and carriages or something.
Yeah, they have like a horse carriage ride. They do it all up for Christmas. So every first Friday, or no, every Friday,
They do something for the States. Yeah.
they do something for
When the Stains
For
come
Christmas.
marching in.
They show free Christmas movies at the Christmas the movie theater. They have you get eggnog.
I drive all the way to Cape Charles for my eggnog.
Like we're playing Cape Charles stuff. All right, cool.
I love that we're going on our first national tour, and it's like we're going to Cape Charles.
Yeah.
You know, if you can make it in Cape Charles, you can make it anywhere.
I think that's a song.
Yeah, we're big time now.
Yeah.
All right. What about let's see, auditions, classes, anything coming up?
Not to go too circular on this, but we also have moon pies in the wiener hole.
Actually,
you, Adam.
Double-decker moon pies, because one is not enough.
There's something about when he grabs the mic, it sounds very Barry Manilow-y. Double-decker moon pies.
Here at the Copa. And Brad has confused Barry Manilow with Barry White.
And I just let it happen. I was like, yep, that's Barry Manilow.
There he is.
So we have auditions to bring it back. Yeah, we do on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
The 11th.
Sunday
the 11th. We have Improv Riot and Herald auditions. And then after that, we have
we're crossing our fingers. It looks like Washington State, meaning like the state of Washington.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is trying to get us 2 gigs out there for Unusual Suspects. And that's kind of cool. We've got some cool things going on.
I'm going to Washington State tomorrow if you want me to put any good words.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What do you?
We're going to Seattle for a
get
week.
some eggnog.
That West Coast eggnog.
That's what Washington State is known for. They're known for their eggnog.
I don't like to brag, but I've had Idaho eggnog, and it's pretty phenomenal. It's not Cape Charles worthy, but
Right.
they say the further west you go, the better the eggnog gets.
I mean, are you going to go on a 50-state eggnog tour?
It's a manifest destiny. Yeah. For eggnog.
Oh God, we could do this all day.
Yeah.
Are we having fun, Brian?
I'm having so much fun.
You two guys are stains.
When we came up with the idea for the podcast, this is what I pictured.
I mean, once you have 50 states worth of eggnog, you become God.
I think we may have just found a character, Sam.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Plug anything before we
We got
get
Improv 101 November 27th.
Oh, there we go.
And we have Sketch 101 November 27th.
Yeah, and a whole new other bunch of classes are coming out, and a whole bunch of new stuff, and we're gearing up for all new shows for the new year right now.
When does this go out?
Tonight.
What time?
Midnight.
Oh,
well,
And not to beat a dead horse, but we have 4 different types of soda in the wiener hole: Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite,
That's an eggnog.
wait, do we?
and a vegan eggnog with a cinnamon sprinkle. It's lovely.
What happened? Don't we have vanilla Coke? Did we?
No.
That's a secret.
No,
I love vanilla Coke.
I drank the vanilla Cokes. It was just me, and Brad just snarled at me the whole time.
It's like Alba occasionally buys Cherry Coke Zero,
Oh,
which
I love that.
which Matt and I
Favorite-
like a lot,
favorite
but it's
thing.
kind of a limited time item.
We also.
It's like the McRib. It's the McRib of all the wiener hole drinks. Yeah,
It's a seasonal soda.
We also have my favorite, the mimosa.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
that's year round though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I
All day,
like
every
me a
day.
mimosa.
Bold
Yeah.
Mariner.
Jack.
You know, the thing
Very
about the
bold.
mimosas is that when I work the wiener hole, I kind of hate making them because
Why?
you have to open like 2 different bottles.
That's the laziest thing I've ever
Real
heard.
I'm
talk.
glad you said lazy. Last night I went in there and I was like, "Hey Ed, can I get a hot dog?" He says, "That means I'd have to throw some on."
I saw this too. The thing that cooks the wieners, it was
The
rolling.
rollers?
The rollers were rolling. There was nothing on them. They were just dirty from the hint of old hot dogs and no hot dogs
I
on
wouldn't
it.
say dirty.
That's right. To all the health code people out there listening, please come on out and have a hot dog, unless Ed's on duty.
I gotta be honest. My biggest disappointment last night was there was no novelty hat involved with your bartending.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. I felt bad about that, but if you want to hear more laziness, the reason I didn't have a novelty hat is because they aren't in the green room, and I didn't want to walk upstairs. Mostly because I was a little behind on stocking. The sodas were a little low, and I didn't think I was going to have time to go up there and go through my selection process.
This is fascinating behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, we can do this all day, but thank you guys so much we got them all in one room finally, Brian. We're on to the episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Intro music, and hi there. Welcome to the Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM. That's Senior Certified Professional Midwife.
And I'm Delilah Hayder, president of Delilah's Hardwood Ceilings.
That's hardwood ceilings.
Yes, but you want the carpet to match the drapes. You want the ceiling to match the floor.
And we are celebrating our 100th Sexpisode. I didn't know that it could get to this point.
I thought we would be fired a long time ago, but then I realized we own the company.
But we're the Sexperts. We are your Sexperts. We're coming to you live from a different location every week.
Think about this for a second.
Sure.
Think about how much you have to know about sex to be a sexpert.
Yeah. And
then think about how much more you know 100 episodes in. We're like senior sexperts.
Well, I'm a senior certified professional midwife. And that's actually, we are coming to you live from space. We are in a space station. It's pretty comfortable up here, but I've been having, which is our topic of the day, a midwife crisis. That's the topic of the day, midwife crisis. And so I talked to Elon Musk. He shot me and a guest, a +1.
Thanks for including me.
Well, I was going to have it be Mildred, but she's in an iron lung and they couldn't have the extra space.
She didn't get through the X-ray machine.
She couldn't get through the X-ray machine. So our topic of the day is midwife crisis. I'm going to talk all about just being down in the doldrums when you're a midwife and some of my midwife experiences.
I was kind of hoping to have this exhilarating experience on a jet.
No, you're basically going to be my therapist up here. And we also have some very fun guests who I want to get to because there's a lot of them. They're in the room with us right now in this tiny little pod. Hi, welcome. Hey, how's it going?
Hey. Yo. Hey there.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to our audience?
I'm Mikey.
Okay. Hey, Mikey, welcome.
Yeah, they call me Toucan.
Toucan, what up?
I'm a Bixby.
Bixby, hey.
Yeah, and they call me Small Pete.
And we are
Hot to Trot.
Welcome, Hot to Trot.
Hot to Trot.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is amazing.
That is amazing.
Wow. Tell us about Hot to Trot, because Delilah here, he was a big fan growing up of Hot to Trot, but I never heard of you guys. So yeah, go for it.
Well, you must have been living under a rock or something.
You ain't lying.
Or in Iraq.
Is that Small Pete? Why do they call you Small Pete?
Well, because I'm diminutive in stature.
Got little fingers.
Yeah.
So anyways, tell us about Hot to Trot. Yes, and what was your name again?
I'm Mikey.
Mikey.
We are the preeminent boy band. We are really the first to lay the groundwork in boy band work.
Yeah.
Both in our choreography and singing.
Oh, yeah.
We really revolutionized the game.
Yeah,
and,
they called us the White Menudo.
That's awesome. And yeah, talk about what you guys are wearing.
Stole Menudo's idea? Or you?
We were before them. Yeah, we're a little bit older. We all are wearing jumpsuits.
Yeah, if we was like in Spain, they'd call us like Segundo.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Seconds.
Oh. So it's great because there's no gravity out here, but you guys did really well with that choreography just now.
Yeah, with dances.
Yeah, we got moves.
How old are you? How old are you, by the way?
56.
I'll be honest, like ever since the hip replacement, I have not been as agile as I once was, but I really just put a lot more sexual emphaticness into every move, and it really seems to help out.
Yeah, he kind of dances with his pheromones. Like you can't move, but you can smell him.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah.
Hey, Small, tell them about the umlaut.
Small.
Yeah, so like we got an umlaut under the O and Trot.
Hot to Trot.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, because like my second grandmother is she's from Germany.
Yeah.
Hilgrid.
Yeah, Hilgrid. Hilgrid. She's from Heidelberg, and she makes a mean bratwurst.
But what does that have to do with your name?
Well, she also made our first costumes when we first got together. So like as a tribute, we got the little umlaut.
Yeah, we appreciated her a lot. Just to be real, she's sort of also the influence for the bluegrass.
Wait, you guys do bluegrass?
Yeah, we're sort of like a bluegrass pop fusion with a little bit of rhythm and blues thrown in.
Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, like imagine like if Barry White and Charlie Daniels had a baby musically.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. Wait, can you guys actually, while you're
I can
here,
imagine what it would smell like.
can you go ahead and play one of your hits? Because I'm not familiar with which one do you want?
You want to do trot?
Trot?
Yeah.
Trot? Is it just called trot?
Hurry, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trotting.
Yeah, break it down. I'm trotting down the street, yo.
Yeah.
I'm trotting down that street.
Segundo.
I'm seeing the people. Yeah, trotting.
Trotting, hit the button.
Yeah.
I took a horseback.
Hey, clap for him.
I took horseback lessons as a kid, and that song was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for saying that. It means a lot.
I can see that.
Also,
yeah.
Toucan is the first man recorded music history to ever beatbox.
The original beatbox.
He is the first beatboxer.
There's a funny story behind that.
Yeah.
He's a banjo player,
Right.
But we had went to the recording studio and he forgot his banjo. So that's what he would normally
Necessity
play on the
is the
banjo.
mother of invention.
That's what he would normally. Those are the notes he would play on the banjo.
You bringing back a lot of old memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey, when he forgot the banjo, Mikey got furious and threw his french fries.
Yeah, it wasn't my finest hour, but to be fair, like, Hardee's had put mayonnaise on my burger and I had specifically asked for no mayonnaise. And so I was already in a heated state of being. And secondly, I would just like to say, even though he is the first person to ever beatbox banjo music, he is a phenomenal banjo player as well. And after the loss of his thumb, we all thought that he would probably never play banjo again.
So go through. What does everybody do? So
No, hold on.
wait, yeah.
I think he has something to say about thumbless banjo playing.
Yeah, it was one of those things that was rough for me. I remember we were. It was a ping pong accident, and we all had a little bit of an issue afterward where I was worried. But
We thought it was going to end the band.
yeah, but it didn't.
It was trying moments.
It's kind of like when you see and you can't see no more, and then you get better with hearing.
Yeah.
So,
All
yeah.
his other fingers became more dexterous.
Now, the thing is like, he is an amazing banjo player. Like, this guy, he can play that song from Deliverance, Dueling Banjos, on just one banjo. It's the most amazing thing you ever heard.
Thanks, Mom.
Wait, okay, so so in that last tune, okay, Small Pete was lead vocals. What did the rest of you guys do? Banjo, obviously, Mikey. What do you do?
I'm kind of like the jack of all trades. I do a little percussion.
Yeah, Bixby's good.
I'm like a multi-instrumentalist.
Also, Bixby ends every song. He always just goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you hear someone go, yeah, and like hold the hand out. Like, obviously, I'm not doing it right because I'm not Bixby.
Is there a name for that role?
Yeah, it's called, they call it the closer. He's the closer.
Hey, what do you do, Mikey?
Well, mainly, I'm a more visual aspect. Of course, I have a history in clarinetting. And of course, I will. Anytime you hear clarinet on our tracks, that's gonna be me. But also, just when we're in person, I'm more what they would call the eye candy of the band.
Oh yeah.
So, like, for our ladies or fans out there, or like now, a lot of them are grandmothers and they're just really discovering their sexual prime. I'm out there just for them to please them visually.
Yeah, he was the one that he got all the girls. He brought the ladies to our shows.
Is that why you have the nipples cut off your jumpsuit?
Wait, I have very sensitive nipples, so I found that cotton tends to be a little rough on the nipples, so I always just cut a little vent.
It was weird. He had a weird lactating problem in the 80s.
Yeah,
it was
It's too many stains. You got to cut them off.
Yeah, see, he could only wear Egyptian cotton, and then during the Suez Crisis, the Egyptian cotton supply was cut off because of Anwar Sadat. So
that was the hardest times of my life, to be honest. Like, I just never forget.
does Sadat have one of them umlauts? I think that's where we got the idea.
Umlaut Sadat.
yeah, that was a band name we thought about. Umlaut Sadat.
We had the track.
yeah. Well, we had
Umlaut Sadat.
yeah. It was a ballad. It was kind of like Mikey, he actually wrote it. He doesn't write many of the songs, but this is one of the few songs he actually wrote.
Didn't Ravi Shankar sit in on that?
He did. Yes, Ravi Shankar sat in on it. It was a big hit globally for us.
Do you guys want to play it? Do you remember it? You ready to? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
World premiere of
Umlaut Sadat.
Umlaut Sadat. Umlaut Sadat. Umlaut Sadat. Umlaut Sadat. Suez Canal. Sadat is your pal. Suez Canal. Sadat is your pal. Umlaut Sadat. Umlaut Sadat. Umlaut Sadat.
Get it, Bixby.
Umlaut Sadat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's how you close it out, baby. That's how you close it.
You're
baby.
welcome, ladies.
Whoa,
Yeah, we're gonna be in Germany next month.
Shut the front door.
Also, if you're trying to look us up on the interwebs or the internets, remember that it's hot to try. The 2 is actually the number,
Oh, okay.
not the word.
Yeah, we were the first group to do that.
Hey, we're gonna be in Munich.
So like all you kids that like to text and shit, our name is good for that. It's just like Kesha with the $.
But yeah.
We will be opening the new Dunkin' Donuts out there
In Munich?
Yeah.
In Munich, yeah.
Bixby, he bought some stock in Dunkin' Donuts. Tell him about that, Bixby.
Well, yeah. Like I said, the 80s were a rough time for us.
Okay.
It was. We broke up.
Oh wow.
For a little while, and I had a bit of a career change.
Some people call that, like some music historians call that the day the umlaut died.
It was. So I got into advertising.
Yeah. Okay.
And
makes sense.
I was actually the one who came up with the slogan, "Time to make the donuts."
No.
For Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah,
No.
that was me.
Facts.
Yeah, and I was smart. I got paid in Dunkin' Donuts stock.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I knew if I was gonna get paid in cash, I would just blow through it on drugs.
Oh. Is that what broke up the band? What broke up the band?
My thumb.
Wait, explain that. What happened there?
Well, when I had the injury, the ping pong injury, we didn't know what to do. I mean, I did a lot of the baseline stuff with the picking, as you well know, and we just didn't feel the same after that. So I took 4 or 5 years off and just learned how to play and got a new prehensile thumb.
And also, it was a big blow. Small Pete lost a lot of money investing in Fresca. And when Fresca left the marketplace, he lost a lot of money. And
You and Tab, you had stuff with Tab.
Yeah, we got into a bit of a diet soda war, Mikey and I. Tab kind of crushed in on my Fresca market.
Did you all invest in some sort of drink, refreshment?
yeah, I had invested in Tab and then Small Pete, to be the asshole that he was at that time. And he is not anymore, to be fair.
No, he ain't.
But he invested in Fresca, and we refer to it as the diet drink wars of the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, I had his advisors
Tell him that,
assassinated.
do that jingle you came up with for Fresca.
Yeah, the Fresca jingle.
Fresca, you're the bestca. Fresca, in my mouth. Fresca, you're the bestca. Fresca, it got no calories.
Yeah.
And if I may be honest, that's the part that hurt the most, because like I knew I was at war with Small Pete, but like I didn't know I was also at war with Bixby. And then when he had done the which we all know is that is Bixby's mark.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought you were focusing on donuts, but now all of a sudden you're selling Fresca. And
Yeah. That's like George Harrison playing on John Lennon's album.
Yeah, he bought, if it's okay, I mean, if I may say, you got into a little bit of you had a jingle for Tab as well.
Yeah, tab us out.
it's true. It's like Tab's the best, better than the rest. Grab a tab, put it in your mouth. Tab.
Done.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys were split. It was you two and you two. Oh my god.
Toucan was the closer on the tab track.
Whoa.
Yeah, I at the time I was living in the Himalayas.
I mean, it was like a civil war.
Did you guys have a name for yourselves, like you two and you two?
Yeah, we certainly had a name. We called ourselves the Tabbers.
The Tabbers, how appropriate. And
Yeah, we was the Frescados.
We actually had a couple of albums as the Frescados. They didn't get much penetration here, but we were big in Europe.
Yeah, Europe. They was all over
really
it.
penetrated
South
Europe?
America.
You penetrated South
we did
America?
a bunch of shows in Buenos Aires.
You penetrated Buenos Aires?
Yeah.
All right.
Paraguay.
Penetrated Paraguay?
Oh yeah.
We 1987. We were the feature act at Carnival in Rio de
I
Janeiro.
remember we were jealous.
Yeah, they say that our music ended the Falklands War.
What about did you guys have any hits as the Tabbers?
Did you end any wars?
No, we didn't have no hit.
Did you end any wars?
No, we just studied at the feet of the Dalai Lama for several years.
Oh, wow.
And also, if it matters, we started a war. That's right.
Tell us about that. How'd you start a war?
Oh, we were in the Himalayas, and I'll let you take over from here.
A lot of people in the Himalayas were mistreating their goats. So what we did was we held several meetings for the goats to air their feelings, and there was an uprising of goats, and we were the de facto leaders of the goat army in the Himalayas.
It's you don't hear much about it, but it was the 100-day goat war.
The 100-day goat war, yeah.
I just always assumed that meant greatest of all time war, but
Not in
actual
this
goats.
case.
Yeah, it's like we're still not allowed to play China because the Red Chinese still hold them responsible for, disrupting their Tibetan policies.
It was a strange time.
It was, but we finally got back together. It was 92?
92, that's right.
92 is when we finally got back together.
This is delightful. Strange Times makes me think of, we haven't even gotten to the topic of the
We
day.
haven't even tried.
Yeah. I am currently in a midwife crisis right now, and you guys have really lifted my spirits. I really got to thank you. I got to tell you a story about one of my midwife.
Do you guys have families?
Oh, yeah.
It's odd that you mentioned that. I actually have adopted a 27-year-old Vietnamese basketball player.
What? Why? Or
He didn't have a family as a child, and a lot of people say like I never had a childhood. I was like, well, I'll give it to him now, and
You guys just spend the off seasons together?
primarily like we like to make grilled cheese sandwiches with bacon, and sometimes and not always, but we will play Chinese checkers, but we call them Vietnamese checkers.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
that is so sweet.
I raised goats.
Still,
Are you going to start another war?
It hit me hard.
ghosts for peace or ghosts for war?
Well, we were for war.
Our families.
I'm not very good with relationships.
Oh.
I'm good at getting into them, but I'm not good at sustaining them. So
Yeah.
Come on, Bixby.
I've had 14.
Is that how you end relationships?
14 ex-wives, yeah. So, I'll wake up in the morning and when I'm like, I'll pack up a little bag
Yeah.
and I'll just head out the door. And as I leave, I just say, yeah.
And they know.
They know.
That is the note of death. I would never want to hear that. Never.
Yeah, my wife is the princess of the leprechauns.
Wait.
That's what we call. Yeah, you know who Surratt is? The guy that Surratt that did it's called pointillism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Surratt did the dots. We wrote a song about that based off of that.
Surratt the
Yeah.
dot.
Okay,
Surratt the dot.
Surratt the dot.
That's right.
All right.
And it has an umlaut over it.
Go for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, let's hear it.
Surratt.
Dot dot dot
Surratt.
dot dot
Surratt.
dot dot dot.
Surratt did the dots. Did the dots. Surratt. 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 The dots. The dots. Pointillism. Pointillism. Dots.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not experimental.
It was an experimental song.
You guys switched parts. You were the beatboxer and you were the lead, and the yeah was so short this time.
Fun fact about me. My journey to being a sexpert started to that song. I lost my virginity to that song.
Surratt the
I can't tell you
dot.
what that
Surratt the
means.
dot.
Oh
Thank you
my
for telling me.
god.
We actually
That
get
means
a lot
everything
of
to me.
stories.
Yeah, thank
We get
you.
a lot of stories like that. People use our songs to lose their virginity.
Oh.
We also get used a lot at car wash openings. For some reason, our songs are really big at car wash openings.
And you would think it would be car wash. It's all car wash, but no.
no, it's not.
Is
Yeah.
umlaut sadat?
No, we got one song that's particularly popular at the car wash openings.
Oh, what was that?
It's called "Wipe That Booty."
We gotta hear this one. By the way.
That was off a concept album, if I recall.
Wipe that booty. All right, let's do it.
Hit it, Mikey.
Yeah.
That booty girl, that booty girl.
When your shit,
that booty girl.
When your shit is
that
dirty,
booty girl, that booty
you know
girl,
it's time to get
that
nerdy.
Booty girl, that booty
You know
girl,
it's tutti
that
fruity.
booty girl.
Soap.
Wipe that booty. Yeah.
Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
And honestly,
Holy
perfect
shit.
length of a song. You can listen to like 300 in an hour.
How many songs do you have in your repertoire?
We normally do 47 per album.
Yeah, normally they're short.
Yeah.
We had one.
As was
album-
my virginity loss.
We had one album in the early 70s. It was kind of like a rock opera.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
wow.
was kind of big back then, but it was a double album set, but it's just one song.
Yeah, Meatloaf and Jim Steinman tried to sue us.
Oh.
You know, I feel like we've taken over here. You know, you had something you wanted to talk about, a midwife crisis.
The midwife crisis, yeah. Or what about your job? What about that?
I quit.
No, the hardwood. I was interested.
Yeah, what happened with that?
What happened
I
to
started a new
hardwood
company.
ceilings?
Like everyone's focusing on hardwood
Yeah.
floors, and ceilings are just boring nowadays. So
Yeah.
we're fixing them up, smoothing them out.
But you said you quit? Are
Well,
you joining the band, by the way?
I would like to, or at least be an opening act.
You know, we could use a
it's-
hardwood ceiling for our concert venues.
Here's the problem. I have vertigo, so I often get confused between ceilings and floors in the first place. And now if the ceilings have hardwood, I might get too confused.
We're way ahead of you on that. All of our floors say floor on them, and all of our ceilings.
Oh, that's good. I had a word that I might end up like Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling.
All right. Well, speaking of dancing on the ceiling, that reminds me, I've been having a midwife crisis, but I think it's over. I think we don't even have to go over this topic anymore. I think this is done.
If
You
this
guys,
doesn't fix you, nothing will.
you guys have gotten my groove back, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
If I can, just
Yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
with the election coming up, I asked everyone to remember when you vote, think of the goats. Vote goat.
Vote to go.
You know, when you go to an Indian restaurant, don't get goat. No. Get chicken.
It started too many wars.
Goats are people too.
All right. Well,
Don't get sheep either.
I think that's going to be it for the Sexperts. Thank you so much. We're going back in orbit now, back to Earth.
Mr. Musk, if you're listening, we're ready to come home now.
On the trot.
I'm going to have you guys play us out, but that's it for the Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, SCPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, unemployed former ceiling installer.
We'll see you next time. All right, guys, hit it. One last song.
Vote. Vote.
Vote your butt off.
Vote the goat.
You gotta vote that booty.
Yeah, man.
Don't vote for fruity. Vote today. November 6th is the day.
Vote.
Yeah.
Gotta have to do it simply true. We're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.